As we said before, the three principles of building essays are adding value, which basically means adding new information to every sentence that you write. We explained this in a previous lesson. Connecting, which means connecting each sentence to the previous one and connecting it to the main paragraph and to the main idea of the essay. And we also explained this in the previous lesson. And today's topic is going to be about paraphrasing. So let me tell you what paraphrasing is all about. Paraphrasing means avoiding repetition by using a different linguistic style. In this context, we're mainly talking about avoiding using the same grammar and the same vocabulary. In lesson 5, in this course, in the grammar part, we discussed how you could change the grammatical structure of the sentences you use. In the previous lesson, Connect, we talked about using synonyms to link the sentences together and to connect them in a nice way. Let's take some examples to understand what paraphrasing is all about. Okay, let's take this example. Individuals need to start paying attention to the food they eat. Governments need to start paying attention to the food sold in supermarkets. It seems that the second sentence is very repetitive. It has the same grammatical structure. Need to start paying attention, even the same words. Need to start paying attention. So if you write like that in the exam, the chances are you're not going to get a good score. How can we fix this? I'm going to show you how we can do that. Maybe you just want to change the grammar, right? Like you don't have the ability to use different vocabulary, so you can just change the grammar. So what can you do? Maybe you say like this: attention by the government needs to be given to the food sold in supermarkets. In this situation, we have a passive voice, and now we may have we have an active voice, need to start paying attention, and now we may have a passive voice. This is one of the easiest ways to change the grammatical structure. And we are going to explain this very soon. Okay, what if you want to do more than that? Not just change the grammar, but also change the grammar and the vocabulary. Okay, so maybe you can write like this: strict supervision, which means paying attention, by the government needs to be given to the nutritional products, which means the food sold in supermarkets. So maybe you could write like this: individuals need to start paying attention to the food they eat. Strict supervision by the government needs to be given to the nutritional products sold in supermarkets. So this way you change it, the grammar and the vocabulary. Okay, maybe you want to take it a step further. You want to connect the second sentence to the previous one. You want to add a linking word here. So you need to think about the linking word that you're going to use. And in order for you to think about it, you have to identify the relationship between the two sentences. Is there a contrast? Is it cause and effect? Are we adding new information? It seems that we are adding new information. So you need to use a linking word, which is used to add information. We explained linking words before. So the one that we can choose is furthermore. Individuals need to start paying attention to the food they eat. Furthermore, strict supervision by the government needs to be given to the nutritional products sold in supermarkets. Okay. Now I'm going to teach you some useful techniques that you can apply if you would like to learn how to paraphrase in a good way. The first one is using synonyms. This is the easiest. Like the example here. Original: my car needs petrol. So synonyms: my vehicle, which means my car; requires, which means needs; fuel, which in this situation means petrol. Violent crime is on the rise among teenagers. So you can say violent offenses, which means crime, are increasing, which means on the rise, among adolescents, which means among teenagers. Let's practice. In each one of these sentences, all you have to do is to find a synonym for the underlined word. You don't have to paraphrase the whole sentence. Just find the synonym for the underlined word. That's all you have to do. I'll give you some time to think. Now I'm going to show you the answers. Of course, you should pause to continue working and finding synonyms for these words before you look at the answers. Okay, so the first one, the maps show changes which occur. We need to find a synonym for the word occur. Again, we're not trying to paraphrase the whole sentence. Just find the synonym for this word. Like what? maybe happened or took place, changes which happened or changes which took place. How about the second one? Very few trees were left. Very few trees were kept, or very few trees remained. Pay attention to the fact that you're not going to say very few trees were remained. That's grammatically incorrect. You will say very few trees remained. You're going to remove where. Okay. Over the next 25 years, all these houses were demolished. What can you say? Maybe were removed. This is the easiest word. Bulldozed from bulldozer, bulldozed. Flattened to the earth, demolished. Okay. The single dwellings were replaced by skyscrapers. So what can you say? Exchanged with, substituted with. Okay. The trees were chopped down, cut down, also removed. The area witnessed dramatic changes, witnessed, experienced, underwent, from undergo. A marina was also constructed, built, established. Okay. The second principle that you need to learn in order to know how to paraphrase well is changing the word order. This one is related to grammar. Like this. As languages such as Spanish, Chinese, and English become more widely used, there is fear that many minority languages may die out. So maybe I don't know any new synonyms. There's nothing I can do. You can just change the word order. So you can say, there is fear that many minority languages may die out as languages such as Spanish, Chinese, and English become more widely used. We didn't change the words. We didn't search for any synonyms. We're too lazy. This is the laziest way to paraphrase, but it works sometimes. Okay, you can also change the form of the word. For example, you can change from an adjective to an adverb and vice versa. Look at that. There has been a dramatic rise in the production of films. Dramatic is an adjective. So maybe you say the production of films has risen dramatically. Of course, in order for you to change the form of the word, you will also need to change the word order. Make some changes in the sentence. This is the third principle. The fourth one is changing from active to passive. We talked about that before. People say that global warming is caused by the burning of fossil fuels. So maybe you say, global warming is said to be caused by the burning of fossil fuels. People say that is said to be active to passive. And you can merge all the four principles that I taught you in order to paraphrase in a good way. So you could use synonyms, you could change the word order, you could change the word form, you could change from active to passive. You can do all of these things at the same time. Let's practice. Let's take some exercises. Okay, what you need to do is to practice connecting and paraphrasing the second sentence. Look at this example. All children have similar personalities. Many children refuse to follow orders. To me, this seems repetitive. We're repeating the word children and the grammatical structure is the same. Why don't you try to paraphrase this sentence? Change it a little bit. And also try to connect it to the previous one. If you don't remember how to connect, you need to watch the previous video. This is so important. Also this one. Foreign languages are useful for professional purposes. Foreign languages enable people to find jobs in international companies. Yet this sounds so silly. Repeating the word foreign languages like that is not a good idea. And this one, people should do continuous exercise. People should eat healthy food. Yeah, this is so lame. And again, if you write like that in the exam, the chances are you are not going to get a good score. I'll give you some time to try to paraphrase the second sentence in every situation and to connect it to the first sentence. Now I will show you the answers. All children have similar personalities. Many children refuse to follow orders. So what can we do here? Maybe you say like that. Disobedience. Oh, okay, because that's what it means to refuse to follow orders. It means disobedience. Now, if you know this word, this is really good. It means that you're going to increase your score in the exam. Disobedience is a common trait among them because they have similar personalities. So we're explaining the first sentence. And how did we connect, you may wonder? Where's the linking word? We said that connecting does not only have to rely on using linking words. We said that we can also use references. The word them refers to the children. So we paraphrased and we connected the two sentences together. Okay, how about the second one? Foreign languages are useful for professional purposes. Foreign languages enable people to find jobs in international companies. Okay. Getting hired. Oh, to find jobs, getting hired. That's the same meaning. In an international company, we are changing the word order. We talked about this before. Becomes easier if one is multilingual, speaking many foreign languages. You see that? This is really good. Okay. The third one. People should do continuous exercise. People should eat healthy food. People should do continuous exercise. In addition, healthy nutrition is a must. We didn't even use the word people, but we connected the two sentences. How? By using the linking word in addition. Let's take more exercises. The amount of time people spend at the gym dropped significantly. The amount of time they spend on social media increased significantly. You see, it's the same grammatical structure and we're repeating some words significantly. So yeah, it doesn't look good. Also the word spend. Number 5, there was a restructure of the roads in the city. There was a construction of a subway in the city. It's very similar. Okay, I'll give you some time to try to paraphrase the second sentence in each situation. Okay. Now I'm going to show you the answers and you need to pause. The amount of time people spend at the gym dropped significantly. The amount of time they spend on social media increased significantly. Okay, look at that. On the other hand, this is the linking word because there is a contrast here. The time they spend at the gym is decreasing, but the time they spend using social media is increasing. So that's a contrast. So we say, on the other hand, the proportion of time wasted. Time wasted. I mean, the word wasted was not used in the second sentence, but you can guess that if you're spending too much time on social media, then you're wasting time. Time wasted on social media increased, escalated exponentially, significantly. So we even changed the grammatical structure used in the sentence. But this one, there was a restructure of the roads in the city. There was a construction of a subway in the city. So they say there was a restructure of the roads in the city. Moreover, a subway was also built. We changed the words built. We used the passive voice. We used the linking word moreover. So it's perfect. Okay. I hope today's lesson was useful for you, and it is actually useful. Paraphrasing is a very important skill that you need to master in order to be able to write a good essay in the IELTS exam. Thank you for watching this video, and we meet again in another video in the future. Goodbye.